Hey everybody, Matumbo here. Welcome back to the channel. And today we are playing some more Historic here on Magic Arena. And we have another fun combo deck. This started as a completely different idea almost, and it just kind of evolved after countless iterations into this pile that you're seeing on the screen. And this deck is really fun. It's really cool to play. I'm really excited to bring you the games. But real quick though, before we hop into today's video, as always, just want to remind everybody that if you enjoy the video and the channel and the deck, please like, comment, subscribe, check out all those cool links down below, join the Discord. But regardless, let's just hop right into this deck. And we are playing Parallel Devastation. So again, this is a combo deck. This is obviously just meant to be for fun. I can tell you right now that you're probably not going to win a lot of ranked games or competitive games with this deck, but you can definitely catch your opponents off guard with this. It just does some crazy things. You're just going to be able to generate so much mana and just kind of accidentally your opponent. So this deck centers around one of the cards that we got from Jumpstart Historic was Parallel Lives. So this is essentially just Anointed Procession, but in green. So it just says if an effect would create one or more tokens under your control, it creates twice that many of those tokens instead. So we're wanting to have multiple Parallel Lives in play, and then we are going to focus on just creating tokens. What kind of tokens? Well, I mean, pretty much. I mean, we have multiple tokens that we can create. We can create food, we can create treasure, and then we can maybe eternalize some creatures. But let's just go ahead and hit on what really we're trying to do. Honestly, we want to just slam one Parallel Lives, and then we want to potentially Mythos of Illuna that Parallel Live. So Mythos of Illuna is a really cool card for 4 mana. It basically just creates a token of any permanent on the battlefield and makes a copy of it. So we can target our Parallel Lives with the Mythos of Illuna. We will then get a token copy of Parallel Lives, and then since Parallel Lives is already on the board, we'll get an additional copy. So at that point, we'll have 3 Parallel Lives in play. And then what that means is every time a token comes in thereafter, we're going to get 8 copies of said token. So we have, like I said, let's pretend we have 3 Parallel Lives in play. We then cast Strike It Rich for 1 red mana to create a treasure token. We are going to generate 8 treasure tokens for 1 red mana. And then we could flash it back for 3. That takes us down to 5. And then we get 8 more. So we'll have 13 mana off of 1 Strike It Rich. Pretty ridiculous. So again, we're just trying to generate as much mana as possible and essentially just see how much damage we can do to our opponent. And again, there are limitations on this system now because remember it used to just try to count, and then I think the limitation was like 1,024. But now they've made the token limit 250. So we do have to basically what we're trying to do is we're trying to generate 250 treasure tokens. We're going to sack them all, and then we're just going to utilize all of that mana and just do crazy things. So we do have Gilded Goose. We do want to be fast. At one point, this was Llanowar Elves. But again, with Gilded Goose, we want to, this gives us a better blocker than Llanowar Elves. And in this deck, since it does make tokens, it really fits on the theme. And maybe there'll be a time at some point in the future, maybe not in the games that we play in this video, because I am coming back and recording the video. So this intro video, I do want to let you guys know that. So, but there are times that maybe we need to generate a bunch of food to survive. So that is also a potential. We have Prosperous Innkeeper, kind of for the same reason. This is going to help keep us alive because we gain life when it comes into play. Then it also generates treasure, and it could keep our combo going because, again, it's going to hopefully generate more than 1 treasure. Maybe 2, 4, 8, 16, who knows how many. We have a couple copies of Growth Spiral. This is one of those cards that we're just like, you know what, let's give it a shot. It does provide a little bit of extra ramp. We are wanting to, again, get to 4 mana on turn 3. So this does allow us to do that. Prosperous Innkeeper allows us to do that. So we do essentially have 10 cards that could potentially get us to 4 mana on turn 3 so we can cast our Parallel Lives and start going. So we'll hit on this card later. But then we have 2 copies of Champion of Wits. This is a great card. because in this deck, because again, we're going to pay 3 mana to draw 2, discard 2. So this is going to allow us to draw cards, look for the pieces of our combo that we're needing, and then it gives us a chump blocker. And then on top of that, once it chump blocks, we then do have the potential, if we're running out of steam, but we've been just generating mana, we can eternalize it. So for 7 mana, eternalize says you make a copy of this card, but it comes back into play as a 4/4 instead of what its normal power and toughness is. So pay 7 mana. This comes in as a 4/4 token. So again, with the token, it could potentially duplicate with parallel lives. So then at that point, we would draw 4 cards and then discard 2 cards for every copy of this token that's in play. So really good synergy there. Again, this is kind of just one of those cards that I felt like fit in really well and really just helps us get there again if we're running out of steam. On top of that, we have 4 copies of Seize the Spoil. Again, this potentially it's going to generate us treasure tokens. Hopefully it becomes beneficial to play these where we're actually going to be generating mana. Again, if we have 3 parallel lives in play, this is actually going to net us 5 mana. So really, really good. And it's going to draw us 2 cards. Same with Pirate's Pillage. This actually creates 2 treasures whenever we cast it. So this would generate 16 treasures with 3 copies of parallel lives. And then also we're drawing cards. We're going through our deck to look for our finishers. Now we do have a couple different finishers. They are in the same column here. We're just going to hit on the crazy one first. Or not the crazy one, but the one that everybody seems to play, and that is Expansion Explosion. Yes, this has been done. This card has been used as a finisher countless times in all kinds of crazy combo decks where you're generating a lot of mana. So the expansion side lets you copy a spell that costs 4 or less. We're not really caring or focusing on that. We're focusing on the explosion. Again, if we're generating 250 mana, we could potentially deal X damage, and we could draw cards, or we can make our opponent draw cards. This is just, again, a giant fireball to end the game at some point. Now, the crazy finisher and what we're really wanting to do is Craterhoof Behemoth. So Craterhoof Behemoth, again, on the surface, you're probably thinking, why this card? Well, again, if we're generating a lot of mana, we can do some pretty stupid things. So in my head, what I would like to do with this is, let me let you know what Craterhoof Behemoth does if you're not familiar. When it comes into play, each creature you control gains trample and +X until end of turn, where X is the number of creatures you control. So again, on the surface, this does not seem like a great finisher for this deck because we're not playing a ton of creatures. Even if we start copying creatures, yes, that could potentially be a finisher, if we're making a lot of innkeepers and whatnot, but that's not what we're trying to do. What we're trying to do, again, let's pretend we just generate 250 mana. We're wanting to Finale of Devastation for, let's say, 225, and we're going to search out Craterhoof Behemoth. So then at that point, what Finale of Devastation does is it lets you search your library or graveyard for a creature with mana value X or less. So in this case, Craterhoof Behemoth. And it comes onto the battlefield. And if X is 10 or more, creatures you control get +X, +X, and gain haste until end of turn. So potentially we're buffing up a Craterhoof Behemoth for 225 power. So it's going to come into play. All of our other creatures that are already in play are also going to get +225. But on top of that, we still have extra mana floating because, again, we had 250 treasures to begin with. And then we are hopefully just going to Mythos of Eluda, Craterhoof Behemoth, multiple times. And we are just going to try to attack our opponent for millions of damage, because what happens when we have 10 Craterhoof Behemoths in play? They're all just going to exponentially just get bigger and bigger and bigger, and they're all going to have haste, they're all going to have trample, and that's what we're going to try to do. So again, I do want to let you know, we did already play our games. The games were really sweet. We are only playing 5 games today because of how long some of these games are. So, 5 games, still really good. I'm not going to spoil it for everybody yet, but please at least stay till the last game, because the last game is definitely pretty cool. And again, big props to our opponent for sitting through our crazy last game. So You know, kind of a little spoiler, but if you're going to watch one game, watch the last game in its entirety. So with that being said, everybody, let's just hop into the gameplay and we will be back with the wrap. All right, let's try out some Parallel Devastation. Don't know if I'm sold on that name, but you know what? Too late. Let's go. Who's it going to be? All right, we are seeing Everwake as our opponent. Welcome to the game, Everwake. What shall we do with this hand? Probably mulligan. This is better. Get rid of a Strike It Rich, I believe. Opponents on red, they're always on red. All right, let's do it. Oh, red-green. Okay. No attacks. So, all right, whenever land enters, so we're probably going to see some crazy shenanigans with... Okay. Go ahead and play that just in case we draw another land. We did not draw an land. Unfortunate. But we can start now, right? We're going to get 2 treasures potentially. And Pirate's Pillage becomes free. I don't hate where we are, but I'm not sure if... Let's see. I think we have to shock this into play. So we have to make a food in order to fuel our goose. To the north. That would not help us any. Opponent's definitely doing stuff. Us not so much. Okay. All right, not gonna do our food yet. There we go. Give us 2 food. Thank you, thank you. So... We're gonna go ahead and start here. And we will discard this Champion of Wits since we get to essentially buy it back. Okay. So this is good. So this gets us a bunch of treasures potentially next turn. I think we just have to go ahead and do this. We could have copied it, but I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready for that. Ooh. Ooh. All right, we're taking 6, going down to 10. This doesn't do anything else except for, like, over damage, right? Okay. Oh, perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. So we are going to go ahead and Strike It Rich. All right, we are going to go ahead and let's go ahead and Pirate's Pillage here. We're going to go ahead and discard this. All right, we're gonna keep it going. Well, I mean, this is an interesting game one, right? Let's do it to it. We came here to do stuff and things. Have we broken the game? Have we broken the game? You guys can't even see it. Oh, I've got to move. I have to move my camera. You guys cannot even see what's happening. Look at all these treasures. Look at all these treasures. The game didn't handle us playing a land very well. Let's go ahead and do this for 200. When was the last time you explosioned somebody for 200? Absolutely sure. Auto pay. Or pay 20, 0, blue, blue, red, red. Oh, this is amazing. Oh, this is only the first game. Lol. Oh, that felt good. Even if we don't ever get to do that again. Yeah, that was amazing. Oh, thank you, opponent. Thank you, thank you, thank you. On to the next game. Oh, man. Oh, man. That was sweet. You know what that means? Let's switch. Let's hydrate. Let me move the camera. Let me move the camera again before we, before anything crazy happens. We're going over there. All right. Such professional, camera work over here. Let's see. We're gonna mulligan that. This is, I mean, almost the exact same hand. I think we get rid of that. All right, so this is a artifact mono blue. Or probably see an Emery on turn 2 here. Oh, okay. Interessante. Interesting. They are going to non-land permanent. Oh, that is a cool combo. No blocks. That is a pretty cool combo. I'm not even gonna lie. All right, so let's get rid of this land. Maybe a little greedy to get rid of this land, but and let's see. Could pop both of these to get this down, but then that seems kind of counterproductive, so we'll go ahead and just pop down a Gilded Goose, though. Gilded Goose does block efficiently, so. All right. This is pretty cool. Cauldron familiar with Lannis. Not bad, my friend. Draw a card. Oh yeah. Good synergies. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, I was right. There is an Emery. Okay. 2 ovens. It's pretty good. What do we want? We just want a parallel lives. You are not a parallel lives. Or we want some way to draw cards. Any of our opponent's things do that. You know what? I think... I think this does it. No, sack it. Sack it. Oh, okay. Pretty good. Not exactly what we thought would happen there. Pretty good. Yeah, I think we're just going to get Cauldron Familiared out. Emery comes down, gets another oven into play. And then what's going to happen is they're going to get our parallel lives, and then they're just going to start going crazy with these double food, double clue. Seems really... I get to draw a lot of cards a turn. Okay, I don't really understand why you're just busting that right now. Okay. Pretty good. Oh, shock, shock, shock. All right, opponent, what do you got going on over there? Figure you're just going to Emery a Witch's Oven into play, right? No? Why would you not? Let's try it again. Why would you tap it like that? Oh my gosh, auto tapper. Like for real. Now we have to do crazy shenanigans like this. Stupid auto tapper. Oh my gosh. All right, well, we're drawing cards now too, my friend. Okay, so you shock that in just so you could draw a card or look at some cards whenever your Trail of Crumbs goes. Okay. Okay. That seems really good. Seems really good. +1/+1 for each artifact. And enchantment. Okay. Yep. Thing is like might as well be a 8,000. All right. Well, we're going to go and play land. We're going to go and gain a couple life here. And we're going to go ahead and okay. Next turn is looking up. Next turn is looking up. I think what happens, honestly, is we're probably gonna jump with something here. Probably jump with one of our innkeepers. Maybe we chump with a goose. I don't know. Living the dream. Living the dream, my friend. Use it as an instant. No, just whenever you want. Oh, Troll King. Wow, nice. Nettlecyst is over there doing work. Oh, I'll just say go. Well. Does that have trample or anything? No. I think we're good there. Does this have trample? That has trample. Oh my god, we're about to get Troll Kinged. Okay. If we play this, it's only nets us. This nets us a negative mana. I mean, we're probably dead. I think we have to hold here. Yep. Is this legendary? No, it is not. So if they hit another one of those... Yes, they're essentially just growing it by one every time they do that. 15, so that thing's going to be a 22 at the minimum. Oh no, this is bad. This is bad, guys. $23, $24, $25. Oh, gross. This is so gross. Five, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, well, we're dead. We're dead. Good game. Oh, this deck was pretty gross. We're just gonna take it. We're just gonna take it. Good game. That was a fun deck. That was a fun deck. Seeing Cauldron Familiar with Lannis, pretty cool synergy there. All right, on to the next game. Oh wow, that deck was crazy to watch. We kind of drew our cards out of order. I do feel like we actually had a chance until the end. So we go first. We have no acceleration, unfortunately, so we have to mulligan this. All right, this is better. So we'll go ahead and get rid of Forest. We get to Pirates Pillage. Soul Warden, okay. Alright, let's gain you some life. Attacks. And we are definitely going to pillage next turn unless we draw Parallel Lives. If we draw Parallel Lives, we're just going to do that. Okay. All the life. Do it. Oh, we actually drew Parallel Lives. Do it. No attacks. They get a free attack for 2 here. I wonder if they're playing the Infinite Squirrel deck. I would imagine they probably are. Okay. Yep. Yep. No blocks. We go to 16. What a sick draw. What a sick draw. Alright, so let's not get got. Alright, no attacks. Let's see what happens next turn. We're gonna have access to 16 treasures. Let's just not die here on accident. Prosperous Innkeeper is a chump blocker. Yep. I'll go ahead and block. Okay, it's definitely a card we don't mind discarding. All right. Let's chain this together, my friends. And we have done it. What a great 2 cards off the top of the deck. And we're gonna do this for X equals 30. And I mean, I'll draw 30 cards. Seems good. Boom! Oh man, this deck is pretty fun. Pretty fun. It's so weird seeing myself in the bottom left or left down here, as opposed to the bottom right over yonder. But let's just hop into the next game. All right, next game. I really hope we get to at least win with our other win condition. I don't want to just explosion people for every win, right? So opponent goes first. We get to Gilded Goose. I think this is a keep. This is a weird keep. Not super stoked about this hand, but especially since this comes into play tapped. Opponent's on elves. Oh, perfect. There we go. Perfect. And we have a bonus red land. They're not playing that many sources of actual just... Oh, okay. This is going to be a race. So, do we want a finale? Is there any point finaling for 1? No, we would just get another goose, which would be kind of dumb. So, all right. This is free, right? This is free because it replaces itself. No tax. I really thought about doing this, but I think the only card we could have discarded would have been the finale, and I just did not want to discard that. Right, let's go ahead and get this down into this. We get to add mana. This is 1 wipe? Okay. This only touches creatures. Black. Okay. So this is gonna be gross. We have to make something happen here. We're gonna get to discard 3. We have to discard 3 cards. So we have to decide now what 3 cards we have to discard. Honestly, it might just be... I think we play this. And then we just have to... Yeah, I think it has to be this. And I think we just have to hope this Pirate's Pillage draws us into something crazy. Kind of tough having to discard 3. Discarding 2 there would have been fine because we could have kept our other draw spell. But definitely drawing 3 was not fun. That's fine. It doesn't do anything. So we can draw 5. Could deal 5 damage. Pay 2 life. We do it now, though? Yeah, I don't think we do it now. Alright, so... 8, 9, 5, deal damage, draw. We get to keep 2 of these. Okay, well, I know what we're discarding. Yep. Definitely discarding that. Yep, Honden. Oh, why are they're scooping? Because they just know that we are, each one of these generates mana. I'm trying to find a valid reason for them scooping. They get to tap, they only tap 1 creature. We could potentially kill next turn, depending on what we draw. So, all right, well, obviously we know that we couldn't do anything crazy next turn except for make a crap ton of treasure. But yeah, I mean, gotta count that as a win, unfortunately. So Cobra, thanks for the premature scoop there. On to the next game. All right, who is up next? Who can it be? Ooh, Kavu. Welcome to the game, Kavu. We do have green into Gilded Goose. I mean, we're gonna keep. Oh, even better. Even better. Even better. Uh-oh. Mana ramp? Yep. Look at you. Look at you, Kavu. Doing all those things. I'm gonna show them what's up. Get in there. Oh, yeah. So. Yep. I had a feeling that was coming. No big deal. No big deal. So we are going to go ahead and cast Pirate's Pillage. We're going to go ahead and discard. Definitely not the card we wanted to draw in Craterhoof Behemoth. So this is going to come down as the blue side. Golos. Right. You're doing it. Really like to just draw parallel lives and be done with this. All right. Worth it. Does not seem like it was worth it. Five, 6, 7. I need one more mana in order to Cascading Cataracts into Golos. Yep. This is definitely a clock, though. And they know it, too. They know we're trying to do something crazy. I mean, I probably would have played that first, and then I could just you could have plus mana'd it. But what'd you get rid of? Oh, Pirate's Pillage is kind of ridiculous. Kind of ridiculous. So, what do we do? Mythos. So I think we have to draw a land. Okay. Could have been worse. I'll get rid of it. Yeah, I mean we have the treasure, so I'll just ramp yourself. All right. And then Valakut Awakening here. How many do they pitch? How many? Zero. All right, we're at 8. Can we draw land, please? No, we cannot. So... so... Definitely take action here. Guard and discard. So I feel like if we Mythos the champion, they probably just Anger of the Gods us and we lose. Mythos Golos, get 2 more lands. That's probably not any good. Mythos the Parallel Lives, and I think we're probably right. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just gonna hold back and hope they just try to navigate around what we're doing. All right. You know, like every ounce of your body is telling you to activate Golos here. Perfect. All right. That's the greedy play. They definitely had lethal. They could have attacked with their Faceless Haven and Golos and then pinged us for 2.
Yup, you're going down.
See, Chandra agrees. We have a chance to actually win this turn. Albeit a small chance. I'm surprised that they're not putting back any cards. Yeah, we're at 3. I mean, it's all or nothing here. All right. All right, let's go. Cross your fingers. Oh, okay. All right. Well, we have some hope. Have some hope. We can. Oh, this is tough, right? Because we have to do this. All right, so we have 14. How many cards we have? 35. All right, so this will put it. We're gonna be able to draw 12 cards here off of this. Yep, absolutely. Ooh. More than 12. All right, so remember we don't have to draw. We're not gonna deck. Because we don't have to do this. We are going to do this quite a few times, though. 1, 2. Just give haste. Nope. How many cards we got? Yep, 1, 2. Take action. 1, 2. $15 left, all right. I mean, we're just gonna draw all the cards, right? 2. One and all right, so if we can't win with this, right, then we are pretty bunk. Right. Does this give haste? Oh yeah, okay. All the treasures. All of those. I mean, our opponent is sitting through it, so... Quite a few treasures. Quite a few more treasures. Oh. And then... Let's just get all of the treasures. Oh man, are we doing this? We're gonna max out our treasures. We did discard a Crater Hoof, right? Okay. Alright, so let's do this for 200. Oh, man. And then we're going to look in our graveyard. Opponent, thank you so much for sitting through this. Search your graveyard. Crater Hoof Behemoth. And then we're going to Mythos Crater Hoof Behemoth. Let's go! Oh, there's just so many triggers on the stack. Oh my gosh, the game just does not know what to do here. Holy moly. Give our opponent a, give them a heart emoji. I feel like we have way too many treasures in play than we should. Because we sacked 200. And the token limit is 250. Well, I would love to see what the game decides to do here. We have broken the game. We have broken the game, everyone. We have still found a way to crash the game. This is amazing. This is amazing. Will it catch up? Like, I don't even know. I don't even know. This is amazing. Oh, game. It's 64 times. It's just, I've just outmathed the computer. I'm really disappointed that this that this did not compute. Oh man. Oh. Have you ever had 65 Crater Hoof Behemoths in play before? I sure as heck have not. So I think oh, it's happening! Oh no! Ah, listen to it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That is amazing. Oh. Oh my gosh. Well worth it. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. I wanna view the battlefield. Oh my gosh. Look how big these creatures are. Oh, easily the highlight. Oh my gosh. Have you ever done this? Oh my gosh. We have to clip this, right? All right, well. Oh, maybe it's on MTG top 5. So, with that being said, oh man. Guys, that was amazing. Oh my gosh. It was a draw, but it was sweet. We came here and did what we wanted to. All right, everybody, welcome to the wrap up. And like I said in the introduction, we had some really cool games. Big props to our opponent for sitting through that last game. We managed to break the game. You know, maybe one of you, if you're ever so inclined, would send that to MTG Top 5 this week. Maybe it becomes a video. Who knows? But again, we did manage to break the game in regards to, you know, exponentially trigger Crater Hoof Behemoth, you know, 64 times when they are giant creatures. So really cool to see, you know, seeing that our Crater Hoofs and all of our other creatures were like 1900 power before it finished triggering. So that was really cool. We did manage to go 4-1 in the games, and yeah, So just a quick little background again. This deck started off as an Orvar deck. We were trying to Orvar, Spark Double, you know, bounce things or exile our own permanents, bring them back into play, whether it be like Cure Best of Sea Gods, stuff like that, or then actually, you know, targeting our Parallel Lives, which with Orvar in play would copy Parallel Lives. And then on top of that, we had a card that could potentially bounce our land, which could help us generate in like, you know, land tokens as opposed to treasure tokens. So there was a lot of interesting things that we were doing, but the deck just wasn't really hitting on what we really wanted to hit on. The deck was really fragile with Orvar. So we just decided to kind of evolve it a few times, and this is what we ended up with. And this deck is really fun to play. And it actually has some really quick potentials because, again, if you can Parallel Lives on turn 3 into copying it a couple times on turn 4, you can potentially just win on turn 5, and your opponent just, you just kind of accidentally your opponent, and you might be really low life, but they just didn't expect you to actually kill them. So yeah, everything in the deck I think really worked out. It's still kind of hit or miss, but the treasure generators obviously are great. You don't need any of the expensive ones. You know, Prosperous Innkeeper gaining the life is really good. I think, you know, sometimes you just have to Mythos Prosperous Innkeeper with the Parallel Lives in play and just gain a whole bunch of life. But yeah, this deck again really cool. You know, it is unfortunate that we had to kill our opponents with Explosion a couple times, but it was fun to see us dealing 200 damage with it, making them draw 200 cards, and then, you know, dealing 30 and us drawing 30 cards. There were just a lot of cool things that happened with this deck. And again, this is not a competitive deck by any stretch of the imagination, but if you do have these cards, I definitely recommend putting this deck together and just giving it a few games, right? Just give this a few games and just have fun with it. And again, you can play this however you want, but again, Parallel Lives, Anointed Procession, cards like that, they're just a lot of fun. You know, they're definitely no doubling season, but again, we're at the end of the day, we're here to play a game and have fun, and that's what I really feel like this deck just really encompasses. It really embraces the fact that this is a game, and at the end of the day, we just want to have a good time. So with that being said, I really hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please like, comment, subscribe. Check out all the cool links down below. Anything you do to interact with the channel helps so much, so I do appreciate it in advance if you could do any of those things. And again, just would like to let everybody know that I hope you're all staying safe. We will see you next time.